Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the preview show. Hope you can see us. Hope you can hear us. Adam is at home. I am here. Ryan is... Where is Ryan, Adam?
He's at a beer festival. Less said about that, the better, because he's definitely got the better end of the deal there, hasn't he?
He's definitely won the best end of the deal this week. But it is US Open week, so lots and lots of exciting stuff to talk about. Obviously, the Fantasy League comes to an end. There is a giveaway this week for the US Open as a singular event, so you're going to want to stick around, get your picks in as always, and away we go. So last week, so much happened in the world of golf last week, I thought. What were your highlights?
Rory back in the winner's circle for me.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of the live golf at all. The whole build-up and everything just annoyed me, really. Like, very pointless reasons for why they're playing when we all know why they're playing, and I don't know, it just annoyed me. It was a bit of a mix in terms of the people I spoke to, what they thought of the format, what it looked like on the screen, etc. Some people did like the bit down the side, some people didn't. But yeah, it was a bit hit and miss. But what did you think to live golf?
We've had this kind of discussion. I think you sit just slightly one side of the fence. I think I sit slightly just the other side of the fence, where I love the fact that they are, and I know it's money, and I have to forget the sports washing element of it, because if you start talking about the political stuff, then that's a completely different subject. But just from the pure golf point of view, I love that it's refreshing to really put it to the PGA Tour and put the European Tour and say, look, we can do this. Can you change your product? Can you compete? Can you do something? I think having a shotgun start works amazingly for the golfers that are playing. I think it works amazingly for the TV coverage and how they can package everything. And it's quite exciting to see it all happening and unfolding at the same time all over the place. So that was good. I think from a spectator's point of view, obviously we haven't got Ryan here today, but I've spoken to Ryan, I've spoken to a few people that were there. Yeah. It's not ideal as a fan, because if you want to, when you go and watch golf and you have one day there, you want to spend a bit of time and go around the course and watch maybe one or two groups play a lot of the course, and then pick your favourite places to stand and watch other people play. Whereas you've only got that one window to do all of that in, haven't you? Because you haven't got a morning and an afternoon.
Yeah, and that's what, like, when we've been to the BMW together and bits and pieces and like been to stuff like that, it's then you get there, you can go on the range and watch people warm up, because they're going to be ticking through all day. You sort of look at the marquee groups, where do you want to be at that certain point.
Exactly.
Whereas I feel with a shotgun start, it's almost like, right, pick somewhere you're going to sit.
Yeah, and watch everyone.
Let them all come through.
Exactly. Yeah, because you can't watch the range, because it's either absolute carnage or there's no one there.
Yeah.
One of our members was there, and they said the putting green was no bigger than the putting green at Bury, which is an okay-sized putting green, but it's not big or small by golf club standards. And there's 48 players, plus caddies, plus coaches, plus hangers-on, all trying to putt at the same time before they go out to their tee boxes.
Yeah.
And they said it was just absolute carnage. And that's obviously the side of things that you don't necessarily see from the TV coverage. And my issue with Sky and with the PGA Tour this week, and I get why they're backing their own product, of course they are, but it seemed that Sky really nailed their flag to the mast. They are not going to go down the live route, are they? They are going to stick. They've obviously signed a contract with the PGA Tour. They certainly, within the coverage, any chance they had to remind us that the best players in the world were playing there and that it was a wonderful competition. And I don't know about this 18th green stuff, whether the Canadian Open always allow people to funnel down into the 18th green, but it seemed ironic that the week that they have some competition, this wonderful 18th green atmosphere, which was amazing, wasn't it? Like, that was one of the highlights of the week, was that 18th green.
But for me, like, if that pushes the PGA Tour to maybe do some different things, then that's good.
Yeah.
But it's that thing of, like, I don't know, like, well, we said last week, I think it just should have all been mashed together. Like,
yeah. And maybe
he's
maybe that will come in time. We don't know, but we can hope on that one. Anyway, that's Live Golf was good, but the Canadian Open itself, which was our focus last week, what a tournament! Like, that golf course is perfect for a tournament play. You had Justin Rose shooting 60 on the last day with 3 bogeys.
Yeah, and he's gone birdie, bogey. Just think.
I know. And then you have Justin Thomas come charging at Rory on the last day. Looks like he's got the momentum. One bad tee shot leads to a bogey. Rory birdie 7th, and it was just nip and tuck all the way through that last day. Tony Finau holds a monster on the last putt on the last green to steal second place.
JT doesn't get up and down,
and suddenly it was a wonderful finish. And if it wasn't for Live Golf, this picture I'm putting on screen now of McIlroy holding the trophy is something we have waited for so long. He's been, I wouldn't say out in the wilderness of golf. Of course he hasn't. He's Rory McIlroy, but he needed that win, didn't he? And we needed fans to see that.
It's going to be like a bit of a confidence boost. Like, people put stuff in. Like, it's the first time he's ever defended a title on any tour. But it's that thing of it. What does it bring for this week coming?
Yes.
What does now Rory take in? He takes in not only playing last week, so good groove and good confidence, but obviously a win's a massive deal. You don't know how much that takes out of him, how much it would have done, but then it's that thing of confidence-wise, he's finally done it. Harry Diamond must have been kicking himself.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all that time, and then he's had 1 week off to have a
break
baby with his other half, and then he gets a win.
Exactly. So let's get to the roundup now for the points for last week and go into obviously what's happening this week. So let's have a look at the bottom half of the table as we always do. First of all, we haven't got Ryan this week, so you're going to have to put up with me talking you through your points. So Marcus Lee, Stuart Fisher, Ed Beaton. Look at those rounding out the bottom 3. Ed Beaton is our current leader. Not such a great week for you, Adam, either. But, normally 11.73 points would be quite a good return. What's up? Can you not see it?
No.
You there?
No, I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, exactly. Normally 11 points we'd be quite happy with, but that's 4th bottom, unfortunately. I managed to round out the top of the bottom half at 13.98 points. And let's go into the top of the table. He hasn't been in the chat this week, but Max Ballum and Julian Roll joint top on 156.77 points. They pretty much picked the same players, but in different denominations and got them in different ways. But yeah, to have a tie at the top and to have Gramps Trett as well, 156.14, only 0.63 behind the leaders. Fantastic. Obviously, Glenn Taylor also picked the winner, so 155 points for him. Fantastic there. Some good points. We have 4 people picking the winner, 4 people picking Rory. Is excellent.
Richard Hodge has done very well there.
Richard Hodge has done well, 32 points as well, yeah. And again, Mark Jeeves, we've always said he's been pretty solid there at making picks without getting a winner. So, on to our penultimate table for the 3 of us. And Adam, you have a clear lead at the top, 432 points. Me languishing at the bottom with 192. And Ryan slap bang in the middle at 247. I don't think those positions are going to change unless I can get a win this week. I can, but I need to be sneaky and save my picks because I don't know whether Ryan... It depends if Ryan makes his picks while inebriated. I might have a chance. But he might just
make him do them now.
Copy my... Yeah, he needs to put his picks in before mine. That's the rule this week. So let's move on to the penultimate league table. And... finally, I just have to say, the bottom half of the table, Owen Ravden, has finally fallen off the top page of the leaderboard. Having only played 1 week out of 9, he is still in 13th place out of 25. There's some good names in there that have played 9 weeks and haven't had the best of seasons, and they will be really happy that as of next week the point system is being reset.
Yeah.
But those at the top, this is where you want to see. Julian Roll with his good week this week has moved himself up into 3rd place at 369. Martin Crouch 407 and Ed Beaton 464. So there is only 47 points between the boys. Sorry, 57
just
points.
2 sets.
Yeah. Mr. Trett is off, don't worry. 57 points between Beaton and Crouch at the top of the leaderboard for the last week. It's going to be fantastic. I think first, second and third there, but you just never know. You look down the leaderboard, you had 150 points onto Adzi and Ben Swanton, and suddenly they could well get up into the mix of those top 3 places, obviously for the T-shirt and for the bragging rights of this part of the league. So there we have it. That was the week that was. Very good scoring, like a solid scoring week from pretty much everyone. If you get up to nearly 15, 20 points, we always think that is excellent. So in the chat, just briefly before we go on to this week's event, commentary, look at other sports like baseball, basketball, those players are getting paid millions. Now some golfers will. It was great, but so was PGA. So was PGA. Yes, Marcus and Dommy's picks have been added. Yeah, it's a bit like cricket. PGA is a tradition like Test cricket and hold the traditionalists in. Livers like IPL, money attracts new audience to the game. Yeah, I think you're probably right there, Adzi. I think that's a fair submission. I think the thing with it is though that IPL has branched out into many different countries, and those players are then potentially free to be called up for Test matches. But a lot of those have then become specialists in that area. Will we start to see, 5, 10, 15 years down the line, will there be live golf specialists, or will it always be people that have made their money elsewhere and then get enticed across? That's the thing, isn't it?
It's there's no for me. There's no feed, is there?
No. There's no entry
it's
or
just,
exit.
You are just given your golden ticket at some stage.
Lovely. Ryan Harron just put Mr. Reed, exclamation mark. That is your pick. 100 all in on Patrick Reed. Excellent. Well done.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
You're done.
So, US Open this week. Let's have a quick look at the course. Then we'll do the betting, and then we'll get to the giveaway and the prizes at the end. So, talk us through the US Open, Trett, at the Country Club. I'm really, really excited for this week.
So the Country Club at Brookline is obviously an iconic venue. The very famous Ryder Cup that we were a long way ahead.
Yes.
And then we lost.
Yes.
So, an amazing golf course. The actual clubhouse actually sits in a square, so you've actually got like shops and bits. It looks like a mini town.
Yes.
And then it goes into the golf course. The golf course is a random mix of holes. So like some flat rolling ones. You've got a bit that used to be a race course that's quite flat and quite straight.
Yeah.
Then you go through some bits and it's got some rocky outcrops. You have to go over blind shots, big like rolling bits into some big elevation changes. It's like, and it looks stunning. So, really, obviously, like we said, a prestigious event, a prestigious golf course. It's been around for so long. But like the last thing that was held there, US Amateur, won by not only Mr. Fitzpatrick himself. So he's looking forward to going back this week. That's the last time it held anything. Sort of 2013 is when he won that US Amateur. So it's
carry on. Go on.
Go on. So it's obviously going to be good for him to go back. It's got some good sort of thoughts, but like some of the pictures just absolutely amazing. Yeah,
I think one of the big talking points that I've seen in the build-up is a hole that I've got on the screen, which they've reintroduced, haven't they? So 1913, the US Open was held here at the Country Club, which is such a famous win. It's been made into a film, greatest game ever played. Some of you will have seen it, about Francis Ouimet, who was an American amateur, literally drafted in the night before and played and took on the likes of Bobby Jones, etc., Ted Ray, players.
Won in a playoff.
Yep. So personally, Ted Ray designed Bury St Edmunds Golf Club, so there's always, whenever you see Robbie Coltrane portraying him on screen, there's a personal touch there for me and for us local to here. But yeah, there's a hole on the screen here, par 3, that had almost been lost within the course, and they've reinvigorated it, redesigned it, and it'll be back in play this week. Now, this isn't going to be the same course that they played the Ryder Cup on, is it? Because it's an amalgamation. There's 3 nines on the Country Club.
There's 3 nines, so that they're taken out, so they would have used more of like the racecourse side for the Ryder Cup because the infrastructure But with the holes that are through the rocks and bits and pieces, looks so good.
Yes.
If you haven't watched it, like No Lane Up have done a video from the media day. So if you go and have a watch of that, like you'll just see some of the holes and some of the putts and the breaks on the greens look savage.
It's going to be, it really will be a good test. It doesn't look like it's going to be maybe the brutal test that the US Open has been in the past.
I don't know. Some of the old obligatory videos have been on this week of dropping balls into the rough.
Yeah, but again, it doesn't look like it is the narrowest of golf courses that they may have played in previous years.
No.
But again, it will be excellent. We started to get some picks coming in, so let's get to that while I put the betting up on the screen. As always, it is your 20 seconds per page of betting. If you know what your bets are going to be and your picks are going to be already, get them in now. If not, have a little watch through and see.
Just replying to Marcus on there, like if that was the 13th at Bury, I think everybody would be really happy.
Yeah. That's definitely not what the 13th at Bury looks like now. It might have been how he envisaged it. That's probably the worst hole on the golf course, the 13th, in my humblest of opinions. But yeah, as always, it's a major, so you've got all your big names. Everybody is wanting to be there this week. So there's plenty of options, plenty of picks. A few randoms there that have qualified that are going to be well out there in the betting. And with it being the last week, is it the time to risk something? Is it the time to go for something? Or is it the time to stick on some fairly simple picks? So we're going to start with Dommy Rowe's picks first of all.
Yeah, I was going to say Dommy's are in. So he's got Rahm, Scheffler, McIlroy and Thomas.
Nice.
Ryan's in with JT, Spieth, Hovland and Young.
Nice. Very good. Marcus Lear's in as well. I don't know if you've got that one. Chris Gotterup for the spreadsheet. For the spreadsheet glory. Chris Gotterup is not going to be in there, is he?
No, definitely not. So Glenn Taylor, Spieth and Fitzpatrick 50 split.
Nice.
Dad's in with McIlroy 30, JT 30, Hovland 30 and Richard Bland 10.
Nice. Yep.
Nice work.
Showing some love for the European Tour. Excellent work. Excellent work.
Well, while we're on it, I'll go with mine.
Yeah, okie doke.
Because I've got a lead.
Hey.
I'm going for the win.
You're going for the win.
So I'm going McIlroy.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Burns.
Yeah.
Max Homer.
Nice. Like your work. Like your work. I just want to say I've got this 5th page of betting up on the screen. Jim Furyk is 2,500 to 1 this week.
Oh, he's got to be like that. Look, what's his top 10?
Any normal, I can tell you what his top 10 actually is. If you had 25 on him at 2,500 to 1, he would get you. My goodness, what? That is right.
Chris Manbridge is in.
If he gets in the top, if he gets 11th to 20th place, you get 375 points for him. If he comes first, you get 775 points.
Wowza!
Is that the time to risk it? If you fancy Jim Furyk this week, now is the time to get on him. 2,500 to 1.
Have you seen Chris Manbridge's picks? Like, are we taking that?
Yeah. He can have Patrick Reed. That's fine.
Patrick Reed, McIlroy, Hovland, JT, 25 each.
All right.
Only messing, Chris.
Am I going to go? Do I go for a bit of Jim? Oh, I'm tempted now.
He's in there now, isn't he?
I'm very tempted. Could he? There's a reason that he's that far away.
Yeah.
Yep. He's just not long enough, is he? Right. Any more while we're here? Otherwise, it's going to have to be time for my picks.
Gonna have to put them in.
Gonna have to put them in. So I have made my picks, and I'm gonna stick with them. But I'm going for the win. I'm going all out for the win. I've picked 4 players that hopefully have all got a chance of winning. Scotty Scheffler, Cameron Smith, Matt Fitzpatrick, Shane Lowry. 25 points in each. Boom.
Nice.
There we go. Those are my picks.
Nice.
Yes. There we go. So that's that. So while we just see
Adzi. I did a lot of research and picked the 4 selections that were already on my PGA Tour app. So Scheffler, Burns, and Larry.
He's going to have Furyk, though. He's going to have Furyk. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Brilliant. Yes, apparently Glenn Hodges put it on Facebook, so we shall fetch that away when we have access to the Facebook page. Well done.
I have that. 2 seconds.
I'm going to get that one in.
If it will load.
Got to. I just think, yeah, you've got a potential of 700 points.
So Richard Hodge has gone McIlroy 50, Thomas 10, Smith 20, Noren 20.
Nice. Oh, Noren, nice. I wonder what Noren's odds must have been fairly away there. I would say that's got to be pushing the 4-figure mark, but we're up there in the hundreds for sure. Isn't shown form recently, but then, as I said to someone in the golf shop this week, who grew up with Justin Rose apparently, who was telling us in the shop, I said, well, he needs to play a lot bloody better than he has the last few weeks. And then the next day he goes out and shoots 60.
Yes.
So, Jim, if you win this week, you know who to thank. I'm taking full credit if he does well, especially as I haven't picked him. So there we go. What else have we got? Top question of the week. Well, I think we kind of covered question of the week, which has been Live Golf for the last couple of weeks. But maybe just quickly in the chat, and for you, Mr. Trett, what do we think of the US Open and its often severity?
I quite like it. Mm-hmm. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
They're always going to set it up as tough as they can. Yeah, I don't mind it. I like to watch them have to pick their way round and have to hit some different shots, and they know it's going to be severe. And yeah, it does sort of push the needle on. Too severe at times, but once a year, I quite like that.
Yeah, I'd probably completely agree with you with that. I think that it's the product of a different organisation being allowed to set something up. Obviously, the PGA Tour set the course up every single week, and they want to provide an entertaining product. I think if golf was a slog that much all the time, I don't think the players would enjoy it as much. I think the sponsors wouldn't enjoy it so much. You wouldn't quite have the roars and the cheers, if they're all plodding around and trying to be super, super sensible the whole way round. But yeah, I think that it's refreshing, especially with, we're lucky in golf is that we've got four quite different majors, haven't we?
Yeah.
Obviously golf courses are played on environments where, a lot of other sports just have an indoor pitch, court, whatever you want to, to do with, and all they can do is make it a slightly different stadium or whatever. But Open Championship being on a links course, and obviously it's all to do with the weather. You've got Augusta. And also,
you go to the comparison with Live at that point, morning to afternoon at that stage, rather than the shotgun start is going to be a massive thing.
Yeah, definitely. And again, I think that's where the Live stuff is all set up. It's all set up around twofold. It's set up around the players, making the players as comfortable and as easy as possible.
Yeah.
Because it's emerging, they need the players they need to bring the players in to make it a product in the first place. And then it's all about TV. And
if it was on it.
Well, but it's on a few free-to-air platforms.
Yeah.
But I think tournament golf only works when you've got a big crowd, and they literally had to give the tickets away for free. I don't know many people that paid for their tickets that went to the Live Golf. Most of the people got them through some form of...
You've been savage if you had it done.
Yeah, definitely. And that's fine. And they've got enough money to always give away free tickets.
Yeah.
And if they did that, then that's fine. That's again helping to grow the game, because they're giving a good product away for nothing. Right, Addy, great to see the players push their limits for a major. A bit like tennis with their 4 majors being different surfaces. The courses are different in golf. Yeah, definitely. I mean, US Open, Australian Open, pretty much the same surface, but in slightly different conditions. And then obviously one on grass, one on clay. So yeah, it is comparable in that regard. Obviously the Masters can be set up however Augusta decide to. They just want perfection and an exciting close tournament. And then the PGA, is a normal PGA Tour event on steroids, I would say.
Yeah.
And that's just making it a little bit harder, but without it being ridiculous. That's all good. So what's going on this week then, Trey? To finish off for you, what have you got going on?
Just a lot of work this week. I was obviously meant to be with you guys in the pro-am that you're going to on Friday. But one of the guys that I work with is at Head Pros Championships, which is 72 holes up in Newcastle this week.
Slaley.
You what? Sorry?
Slaley Hall, isn't it?
It is Slaley, yeah. So he's there. So we just have to covering at that point. So yeah, it's going to be
busy.
It's going to be a long week. Yeah.
It's going to be a long week. So yes, I've obviously got the pro-am at Byford Park, which I'm looking forward to, with Glenn Taylor and Richard Hodge and Ryan. Hopefully, there's been some potential developments with Ryan, but we don't know necessarily how that's all nailed down yet. So looks like he's going to be from last known, he's going to be in attendance, and I might have to drop him off at an airport on the way home. He might be instantly travelling elsewhere, but we don't know. It hasn't been confirmed yet as to what exactly is going on with that. But yeah, super looking forward to that. Looking forward to meeting Richard. Not met Richard before. Looking forward to seeing Glenn again. Going to stomp around their home track in a proper event. I'm now the pro in the group, which is slightly worrying for them. So I'm looking forward to them playing well.
You'll be fine.
I will be fine. I'm again looking forward to it. I feel very feel like a proper golfer because I've had to get official release from the PGA East region to play in it, and I'm sure they took one look at my scoring record and went, yeah, he's fine, he'd go where he likes. He's not going to threaten anyone. But their official line was obviously because there's no event on the East region, I'm allowed to go play in the West region. So yeah, I feel like a proper touring pro going to play in a different region.
There you go.
So it should be good. We got a night stay in Bridgewater in the night before, so thanks to Sean for sorting that out, which will be great. So it means you don't have to rush down on the Friday morning and get there for our tea time. But yeah, it should be good. I'm really looking forward to playing. I've been practicing quite hard this week. Ahead of it, I've got another game on Thursday afternoon just before we do our bit together, which will be good because we can't have many of those Thursdays left. I think we've only got 3.
It's 3 including this one, I think so.
3 including this one before the kiddies break up.
It's whether they'll be in on that last Thursday or not. So.
Well, it might just be you and I. We'll just go and challenge each other.
Have a little
practice.
Little tri-golf festival of our own.
Exactly. So good. I think that pretty much wraps us all up for this week. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Enjoy the US Open giveaway. Just before we finish, I forgot. So, giveaway for the highest points of this week and this week only, we have the obligatory PGA Life 365 Ace Customs ball marker. Not available in shops. Cut a Golf pitchfork. Not available in shops. We'll chuck in some PGA Life 365 tee pegs, not available in shops. You got anything down your end?
So it's at work. I forgot to bring it home, so less super in a rush. But I've got a Bandit golf hat, so
Bandit apparel.
That is in the mix as well. It's navy with gold and white detailing on the front.
Nice. And if we find some golf balls, we'll throw some golf balls in as well as always. So whoever gets the highest points score this week, well done. Obviously, this is the last week before the reset, so there'll be an official winner of the season part 3, and then we reset again for the last 10 weeks of the PGA Tour / DP World Tour season, ending in the Tour Championships at Eastlake, which will be exciting. Which will be very, very exciting. There's lots and lots to look forward to. US Open coverage will be wall to wall over the next few days.
Honestly, Glenn, he loves a freebie.
Loves a freebie. You bring some of those tees with you for the Pro-Am. Well, I probably would have done. I might bring a few less now. But no, of course I'm going to bring some. Got to sow my seed of PGA Life 365 tees all around the world.
Unbreakable.
So unbreakable tees, in fact. So that's good. So yes, there we go. So Richard, Glenn, see you both on Friday. Trett, I shall see you on Thursday. And everybody else, good luck. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.